And this is why I love webcasting and interviewing, because this is where the magic happens when you have real conversations like this and you just tune the whole rest of the world out.
Oh, look at this.
Wow, look at that. A lifetime achievement award. Congratulations. That's huge.
I know, right? It's like, oh my God, look what just showed up.
I love it. Forbes, congratulations. Well earned.
The other thing that's been amazing is I am on stage. This is another thing that's, I woke up earlier this year because there's a banner of me I'm in the middle of Deepak Chopra, Les Brown, Damon John, and Jack Canfield, and I'm the keynote speaker among all of them. I don't know if you've seen that. And I had a moment where I had to go, okay, do you think that Oprah wakes up in the morning, looks in the mirror and goes, I'm Oprah. I'm Oprah. How cool is that? I'm Oprah. You think that Jesus looked in the mirror and go, dude, I am Jesus. I'm Jesus. It's cool, right? Everybody come on. I don't know how you feel about things. Like it's not that it's an imposter thing, but Forbes Riley has got some crazy things. I mean, she's amazing, but I'm not that. It's like, wow. I love telling stories.
You are Forbes freaking Riley. Okay. Period. All right. And you know what my dad used to say? He was famous in his own way as a doctor. He was the chief medical examiner of Broward County. He did the Anna Nicole Smith case. He was on Nancy Grace like 20 times. But the bottom line is, he used to say, in the office, I'm a big deal. I come home, no respect. So listen, at least in the world of entrepreneurs, you are seriously revered. Everybody loves you. You inspire everyone. You're constantly positive. You're constantly helping other people grow. You've helped me. You've helped so many people. It's really amazing. And I know all your dreams are coming true. It's just a matter of a couple of minutes.
Yeah. I actually think now is a time to memorialize it at a very high level and put that stamp on it. I will say that I'm heading off to Greece for the next 3 weeks with my daughter. And then my son's going to fly over and join us. And then I'm going to join Joshua, who's going for another fitness competition. And I'm looking forward to spending some time. My daughter is, and I know you got a 20, it's fascinating. Do you ever have that moment where you just look and go, I made those people?
Oh, yeah.
All the time.
No, listen, I've got 4 and I've got 7 grandkids.
Oh,
and and I mean, they're each so incredible. And you're right. It's the legacy mindset that is just amazing to me. I wake up every day and go, oh my goodness, really? These are fabulous kids, fabulous people. And so, I'm there with you.
It's fun when they become your best friends, and the way that you and your kids work side by side in the business. That's why I'm really excited to see. I want to see all that live. I want to come to a Forbes Factor, and we are having a fired up girls time together.
All right,
Tony and I are coming. We're inviting ourselves over. It's happening.
All right, so one last thing for you guys: when you air this, every Sunday at 5:00, I have been doing something. I've been doing a live masterclass. Okay. I started in the middle of COVID. I still do it. 20 to 50 people will show up on a Sunday. I call it Pitch Secrets Masterclass. And I love doing it. It's on Zoom. It's interactive. And what I do, I've got a skill that's second to none. If you want to articulate the words that come out of your mouth to get what you want, that's what I call pitching. I pitched $2.5 billion, and not a joke. It's pretty damn amazing. In fact, you have that video of me, how I pitched Grant Cardone. How did I get on stage in front of 10,000 people? And by the way, from a man back then who didn't want other women in his world, it was the pitch. And so if everybody wants to go to ForbesRiley.com, everything I've got is there. But I would love you guys to show up on Sunday and bring your friends, because you've never experienced, you all get the same question. Somebody asks you, what do you do? So Blanca, before we end, I'll say, what do you do?
I own a full marketing digital agency, a television network on the Roku, and I help create your vision. Okay.
Tony, what do you do?
I own the Standout Stars. It's a speakers bureau. And I concentrate on bringing emerging, experienced, and expert speakers from out of the shadows and into the spotlight.
So while both of those were technically correct and amazing, they didn't get a yes. And I'm going to say this is a really interesting philosophy. What if I asked you, because I firmly believe that nobody cares what you do. They care what you can do for them. which is the most engaging way to phrase it. So if you rephrased it, so if I said, Blanca, what can you do for me? What would you have said?
I can help you get more customers attracted to your brand and how you help them. So we're talking, what do you think?
I want to know more about you. Now I'm
Now
engaged.
you want to know more?
Tony, what can you do for me?
Well, hell. Well, my mind immediately went back to the production because of the scripts that you're talking about and the stuff you're talking about. So
I'm going to take the same words that you said, where you said, Forbes, as a performer, I own a speaker bureau. I can take you and your messaging and put it on a different planet. I'm going to give you the expertise that has allowed me to be a producer and work. So all of a sudden, now, of course, I love that. But do you see how when you change the answer to the question?
Yeah.
And you start thinking for a moment, I'm very consciously aware of what other people are reacting. That's how pitching works. It's never about me. I don't say I help anybody. I don't really care. What I do is I create a pitch for you so you can drive more revenue. Really? Well, now it's about you, so you're more inclined to say yes. Then I take my dad's concept of being a magician. And so if you begin with the end in mind. So I'll do a little magic trick for you. Here is a blank. No, it's a couple. So here's a blank piece of paper, right?
Yeah.
And so if I said to you, Blanca, you want to see something cool? What do you say?
Hell yes.
How did I know what you were going to say? So I know, I know. And see, this is the cool thing about being a magician. You spend a lot of time thinking ahead of what people have already said because you're going to do a trick for them. So my mind always goes to, well, what's the reaction before I even ask the question? And so if you and I are hanging out and I say, you want to see something cool? You say yes. I'll say, give me your thumbs. The next thing you know, we're spin jimming. And you're like, how did you just do that? Right. Because that's my always, how do you get people enrolled? I don't want to just talk to you. I can tell you I've hosted this and I've done that. And who cares what I've done? I'm here to have some fun with you. And I will tell you, when you can do that and get yeses and get engagement, I used to come home from every networking event with a stack of business cards like this. And my assistant would go, oh, come on. And I said, no, oh, come on. Let me tell you something. Every single one of those is a person that I spent time out of my life connecting with. We traded cards because we believe there's something we can do together.
Mm-hmm.
And when you view it that way, because you're going to follow up with every single one of these people, it's like, oh my God. But how do you get that kind of a stack? Because you're always that engaging with people, that curious with people. And I never walked around saying what I did, even though for the last 2 hours I've told you what I've done. But in the course of a conversation, how can you, and Tony, you were so cute because you're like, I do this and I do that. And I'm like, I love you because I know what you do. But the person listening is like, I want them to go, okay, let's work together. Or how can I serve you?
Right.
That little difference is what I call pitching.
Yeah.
And I love
it was a personalization of the response versus an open, here's my entire target audience. What you did is you narrowed it down to the one person. What can I do for you?
Especially when you're only talking to one person.
Exactly.
It's kind of funny. And then
yeah, and that's a mind shift, Blanca, because so many of our speakers are used to talking to their target market instead of the one. I'm stealing that from you, Forbes. Sorry.
Let me tell you, Tony, I'll tell you what I would love to do with you and for you is I would love to come in and train your speakers, because selling from stage to me is like walking. I can't even imagine why you wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
And how you are that engaging. And again, I have a different mindset. It comes from being a magician. Yeah. You just don't think the same way people on stage talk. I have the end in mind before we start. How am I getting you to race to the back of the room and fall in love with me before I've even walked out? What are the segments that do that? What's the story that deepens the relationship to get you to go, oh my God. Because I've got quite an ego. I want at the end of my events, people to go, she was the best speaker. Well, yeah. But think about it. So what do you have to do, be, say to have someone say that about you? Completely different mindset shift before you walk out there.
So I just happen to have an event in Austin. We'll talk about it later.
I bet. Let me tell you. I now, post-COVID, I'm so excited. I was just a celebrity panelist at the Podfest. Got COVID because of that. And I'm like, screw it. I don't care how many people I hug. I'm fine with that. I am so excited to go back live. But I'm also excited now to maybe just doing this one woman tour. You know, I've done it before. Now it's my turn to do what I want. And it's like, wow, kid in a candy store.
I'd love that. We
Great.
got connections to the Alley Theater in Houston. I don't know, people don't know this, but Houston is second only to New York in the world in the amount of theater seats we have.
No,
Wow.
really?
There's 7, 8 theaters downtown and probably about 14 around there.
Are you in Houston now?
I am in Houston. Uh-huh.
So I was just stuck in Houston for a day on my way back from Cancun. And I'm a huge fan of Korean spas.
Oh, yes.
You gone to the one that's in Houston?
Well, I've gone to a couple, but which
Oh,
one?
no, no.
Okay.
This is not typical. This is a Korean spa in a warehouse the size of a city block. I think it's called King Spa. And you go there, and inside of this warehouse, they have igloos of saunas. They have gold saunas. They have coal saunas. They have all, and they have one that is like 215 degrees. They have movie theaters inside of this environment. They have hot tubs, and
I didn't know this. Oh my
Oh,
God.
I know. And I will tell you, I've been to the one in Dallas, the one in Houston, the one I was just in Atlanta. I've been to the one in New Jersey. It's an experience unlike anything you've ever seen. Look up King Spa, and you'll be blown
I'm
away.
doing it. Okay.
Also, they're usually open 24 hours a day. It's a cultural thing that if you've never been, you do not know.
I gotta go check that out.
I know. We're checking this
I'm
out.
a world traveler, but I have not experienced that.
That sounds amazing. I
Oh
love
my God, there is a hotel dedicated to this concept in New Jersey overlooking New York. And it's out of this world. You literally have to check your shoes at the door. That's a big thing in this culture. No shoes. They give you robe or clothes to wear, none of your own clothes. And in this hotel, you literally walk around in a robe for however long you stay there. And you go from sauna to sauna to sauna to massage to this to the very kind of special food. Oh,
wow.
baby.
What's that? You got to text me the name of that hotel. I want to go there.
That is in New Jersey, and I'm going to look it up because it's one of the most amazing. And I'm going to think. I just talked to a girlfriend of mine in Atlanta, and I said, "There's one there that we should just do an event." And
Girls' time. We need girl power, girl spawing. We need like a combination of relaxation, education, and empowerment. That's the message that just came from the universe itself. You heard it here at the Kindness and Gratitude Summit. I can't make this up. It's all guided. All right, if you insist, we're going to a spa in New Jersey, a Korean spa. That's the goal.
Okay, the one in New Jersey is called the Sojo, SOJO Spa Club. And again, you have never experienced anything like this. It's
What does that baby cost tonight? What are we looking at there?
about somewhere about 400 a night.
That's actually low because New York City, I couldn't get the rates in hotel in New York last week
crazy.
were triple that.
Oh, I know that. Trust me. It's And by the way, the ones that I'm talking about for you, it's like $40 to get in. It's not an expensive thing. You've
All
never.
right. I'm in on the Sojo experience, the Forbes Riley Sojo factor.
All right, you know what? No one's done this. No one knows about my little secrets.
Oh, we should definitely do that.
Maybe we could get a sponsorship from the Sojo, give them a little promotion, make them a sponsor.
Well, now that's a very interesting concept. Because like I said, you have never, and the view of New York from there is second to none. I'm funny, I'm looking at some of the pictures and they really don't show a whole, oh, wait a second, because look, now we're on a whole, now I'm pitching something I don't even get a commission on. Here's the Himalayan salt sauna, the hot stone beds, the red clay sauna, the outdoor sauna, the ice room, the white clay room. You've never imagined what this kind of an environment is about. It's off the chart. You don't leave the hotel because you're in this world that you've never imagined.
I'm 100% in, baby. I'm 100% in.
I'm sorry, are people watching this conversation? This is not like just the three of us hanging out, right? We're actually on it.
This is what the world wants to see.
Stuff. Yeah, this
is why I always teach web interview. The art of the interview is building a lifelong relationship. If you learn one thing from this conversation, we're FFLs now. We're friends for life.
Well, we were meant to be, and Tony, it's taken too long.
I know.
All right, well, I guess it's time to wrap up this conversation. I could seriously get in my car right now, drive to St. Petersburg, Florida, and have dinner with Forbes and Tony. But Forbes is off to Greece to enjoy a well-deserved family vacation with her gorgeous daughter, McKenna. But Forbes, your stories are amazing, inspiring, such an honor to be with you. And Tony, you have also brought so much joy and amazing people into my life. I'm so grateful for you. So we're going to have an amazing kindness and gratitude summit. If anybody wants to learn more about Forbes Riley, follow Forbes on Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook. She's everywhere. Visit her website. Go to her masterclass on Sundays at 5 p.m. for her pitch class. They're amazing. And you are guaranteed to learn many new laws of life from Forbes Riley. And Tony, thank you for putting on this amazing summit. And ladies, we're signing off.
Oh, you know what? Before you go, let me sign you off with this about what this means to be in front of 10,000 people, just because I think this ends nicely for us. This has been
okay. Let's do it.
And a lifetime to actually get here.
When I heard her story, it just touched my heart.
Always do it on my own, so I gotta get through it. And the only thing I know is to love what I'm doing. Never give up, never slow, till I finally prove it. Never listen to the no's, I just wanna keep moving.
Rock the house to get right here. And it took everything I am as a human being to get right here. And thank you, ladies, so very much.
Thank you, Forbes. We love you.
So blessed. All right, you guys are run. Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Thank you.